All right, let's dive right into this explainer. Look, today we're absolutely tearing down this massive illusion that our lives are shaped by these huge cinematic decisions. You know exactly what I'm talking about, right? That classic movie montage where some dramatic breakthrough happens and boom, everything changes overnight. Well, the brutal truth, that is just not how human transformation actually works. Not even close. So we're going to explore the cold, hard mathematical reality of self-discipline and why the real secret to an extraordinary life is actually, well, it's kind of boring.
I want you to just sit with this for a second. Most people ruin their lives quietly, not through one massive mistake, but through tiny choices repeated every single day. We spend so much time looking out for the catastrophic failures, right? Like the one huge mistake that's going to ruin everything. But in reality, destruction usually creeps in wearing sweatpants. It's that one extra hour of doom scrolling when you know you should be sleeping. It's one ignored promise to yourself, just a lazy morning here and there. And because the damage of these tiny choices is so unbelievably small in the moment, we convince ourselves they don't matter. We think, oh, I'm just relaxing. But life isn't destroyed in one day.
And that brings us to the absolute core of our explainer today, the 1% rule. The mathematical reality that getting 1% better or 1% worse every single day compounds into massive, life-altering outcomes. Life is fundamentally shaped in invisible percentages. You are quite literally either getting 1% weaker today or 1% stronger. It's just math. This rule right here, this is the secret. It is the exact difference between average outcomes and truly extraordinary ones.
Section 1. The deception of transformation. Why we expect cinematic breakthroughs. So we're constantly waiting around for that loud, explosive breakthrough, the sudden, dramatic life change, right? But the reality? Real change is quiet. It's almost invisible. It's a tiny seed planted by just reading 10 pages instead of watching TV, or keeping these incredibly small promises to yourself that the rest of the world completely ignores. But here's the thing. Life notices, because life compounds everything.
Moving on to Section 2. The mathematics of growth. Your habits are either building you or burying you.
To really grasp the undeniable power of just the number 1, imagine an airplane in mid-flight. If that plane shifts its trajectory by just a single degree, literally just a tiny 1% shift, it ends up in a completely different country. And you know what? Your life works exactly the same way. A 1% shift daily completely rewires your health, your confidence, your focus, and ultimately your entire future. Tiny shifts equal massive outcomes.
Day to day, this operates exactly like planting seeds. And seeds never stay seeds forever. Eventually, they grow. If your daily input is planting distraction, the inevitable harvest is that your mind becomes weak. But if you plant discipline daily, your mind becomes sharp. You simply cannot escape the outcome. The harvest always arrives.
Now, we have to be incredibly careful here because compounding is absolutely ruthless in both directions. Life honestly doesn't care which one you choose, it just multiplies whatever behavior you repeat. Think about compound neglect. 1 hour of distraction or one skipped responsibility, it feels totally harmless today. But repeated long enough, that neglect becomes a weak life. On the flip side, compound discipline. Just one focused session, one healthy decision, builds immense strength. It's really all about what you allow to multiply.
Section 3. Action precedes identity. Action first, belief second.
You know, most people have this cycle of change completely backward. They try to build confidence without building proof. They want to feel powerful before they actually behave powerfully. But look at step 1 here, completed action. You don't need motivation or inspiration. You just need a completed action to create step 2, which is momentum. That momentum then creates step 3, belief in yourself. And that new belief fundamentally changes your behavior in step 4. Basically, confidence is earned through evidence, not just wished for.
I want you to really let this sink in. You become what you repeat, not what you wish for, not what you post online, what you actually repeat. I'd encourage you right now to honestly audit your daily routine, because your current life isn't random. It's just accumulated behavior. Your body, your mindset, your bank account, you are literally currently living inside the results of your repeated habits. A lazy routine creates a lazy identity, and a disciplined routine creates a disciplined identity.
Which brings us to Section 4. Consistency beats intensity, the crucible of character.
There is a massive contrast between amateurs and professionals here. Amateurs operate on this exhausting roller coaster of excitement. If they feel motivated, they work. If they feel tired, they quit. It's totally unstable and it completely destroys momentum. But true commitment? That is an iron shield. It survives boredom. Honestly, anybody can work hard for one day, But very few people stay disciplined for years. Successful people don't have some magic secret. They simply respected small, boring habits far longer than everyone else.
Just think about where real, quiet strength actually lives. A tree's roots grow invisibly underground for years, silently building a massive foundation long before it stands taller than everything else in the forest. Or look at water. Water destroys stone not through intense force, but through consistent, relentless repetition over years. True character isn't built during some dramatic speech on a stage. It is built in those small, unapplauded moments when absolutely nobody is watching.
Section 5. Shift your trajectory today. Focus on the present trajectory, not the destination.
The beauty of the 1% rule is that it completely removes that suffocating pressure of perfection. I want you to focus on this number for a second, 10, because that is exactly how micro your actions can be to completely shift your life. You don't need to rebuild everything from scratch. You just need to stop moving backward today. Just read 10 pages. Focus deeply for just 10 minutes. It sounds way too simple, right? And simplicity can be kind of uncomfortable because it takes away our excuses. But the world ignores small progress, totally forgetting that tiny improvements build empires.
So, here is how you take immediate control today. Pick just one of these. Read one more page. Do one more set at the gym. Focus just 10 minutes longer than you normally would. Wake up slightly earlier. Complain slightly less. These tiny, boring actions are exactly what fundamentally change a life's trajectory. They give you immediate power because they jumpstart the process of proving to yourself that you can be trusted. Small wins create powerful people.
But we have to face this incredibly sobering reality. Time is moving whether you improve or not. Every day you either sharpen yourself or soften yourself. There is no neutral. Time is just completely unforgiving. Now, comfort might try to convince you that you have plenty of time, that you can always just start tomorrow. But every single day you are actively doing one of two things. You are either building momentum or you're building regret.
Which leaves us with one final inescapable question to close out this explainer. Are your habits building a stronger mind or a distracted one? The answer is hiding in the very next decision you make the second I stop talking. So, choose your 1%.